On Tuesday, April 21st, 2015, a team comprising of Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Kenny D. Anthony, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, and Parliamentary Representative for Choiseul Saltibus, the Honorable Lon Theophilus, together with other government officials, toured ongoing and recently completed road projects in the Choiseul Saltibus constituency. Work is ongoing on the Balka and Daban roads at a total cost of EC $8,518,966.04. Drainage works have also been completed along the road from Tetmon through Park Estate to Saltibus.
What projects like these do, they transform lives, because for many years, many of these communities did not have the advantage of the luxury of the basic amenities that many of us managed to enjoy. Things that we took for granted. For example, one of the constituents today just told me, boy, for the first time, they saw an ambulance come to pick up someone who was sick. These are things that we take for granted, but people from these communities did not get to enjoy those because of the absence of infrastructure. And whilst to some people they may try to trivialize it, but the impact of it is significant, because not only does it enable them to enjoy the basic things, but it also enables us to expand the opportunities that we have for the creation of jobs for the persons within the community as well. We will not allow the people of this constituency to subsist with substandard infrastructure, because without the infrastructure they cannot further enhance and develop the community. So it is one of the things that the government did assure that people of the Choiseul and Saltibus community that would have been done post-election, and the government in fact has stuck to this, as it has with many other promises that we have made to the people of this community and the country.
To date, work has been completed in Fayette and Monjac, Choiseul, at a cost of EC $2,658,903.50 and $870,345.60 respectively. Prime Minister Anthony says he is particularly happy with the response of members of the communities visited. Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Philippe J. Pierre says his ministry continues to work to address the plight of the public despite the scarcity of resources. According to Honorable Philippe J. Pierre, many lacked faith that the Fiat and Monjack Road would be addressed. Like the Prime Minister, he was pleased to return to the communities after delivering on a promise he made to them to rehabilitate the roads. His record, he says, speaks for itself.
Frankly, I feel rather emotional because I remember coming here a few months ago and the people saying to me, telling them the road will be built, they said to me, that will never happen. And I remember saying, they said to me, you all always come in here and say the same thing. And they called names of people who came and said the same thing. And they said to me, just before elections in 2011, they built some drains and that will never happen. And the people basically laughed at me. I said to them, no. And that road was so bad, I had to stand up at the back of a pickup. It was more comfortable standing up than sitting, driving on that road. And to come here a few months later and to see the road and to see the feeling of happiness in the people and appreciation. What's important is the appreciation I mean, you speaking to them, you say how happy they are. I am rather very emotional about it actually because I knew how it was. I knew what the people felt. I knew how people lamented that they couldn't get to school, the road was too bad, buses, minibuses no longer came in here and they had to carry the stuff on their head. Remember a lady saying she wants to come into her home and she can't do it because the transport users on the roads were not bringing things here. And look at it now, I am elated, not for me, but for the people.
Prime Minister Kenny D. Anthony expressed his deep ties with the community and the accomplishments thus far.
For me, it's always an emotional visit. As you know, my ties with Choiseul are well established, having been born in that constituency. I went to school there. My family is from that area, so obviously it's always emotional. But it has its touching moments. I mean, people are so very happy at the new infrastructure that they have. And you're talking about communities that have been neglected for quite some time. And they've had to endure that. I mean, we came from Durban, for example, and saw the response of the persons who lived there. They were very pleased that the road is being constructed. They've been pleading over the last couple of years. And finally, the road is here. Of course, there are those who never believed that a road would be constructed, so they are nevertheless relieved that the road is under construction. There are difficult moments. You will recall that we went through the Park Estate Road to have a look at the drains alongside that road. It's always a very emotional visit because you know that the people there are deprived. They need much more than they're getting, and it's going to take some time to resolve some of the issues, but we need to bring them some basic comforts to improve the quality of life. Balka, again, we saw much of the same feeling. People are very happy. The road is being constructed. They're very pleased that the drains, and of course they're looking forward to the completion of the road, and clearly they were exceedingly happy about it. We came from Fiat, much the same response, because the people of Fiat, Choiseul, had been denied the road for a very long time, and very unfortunately, many years ago when we did the roads in the Choiseul area on the project then financed by the AFU, Fiat was not done. Under the former government, it was also left abandoned, so we have had to do it, and I think the people are very happy, very pleased that the road is there. You have to bear in mind too that there are several benefits from these roads. First, of course, there's the obvious ease of travel. People are comfortable, they don't have to go through potholes, they don't have to go up and down, their vehicles don't get damaged. there are economic benefits. During the construction, persons in the community get an opportunity to get some jobs, maybe for a few weeks, but it matters to them that they're employed for that period of time. And then the value of property goes up. You have good roads, people build good homes. They keep their homes in good shape. They do the repairs, they paint their homes, and you see an immediate improvement in the quality of the infrastructure in the community. So there are a lot of positive benefits, and really that's what government is about, changing the quality of life of people. And it's always a very pleasing experience to hear people say thank you for a job well done.